Hello everyone. Let's listen a story today. A story about a monk in the time of the Buddha. The story of Elder Putigata Tissa. This story took place in the ancient city of Savatthi. A young man from a respected family once heard the Buddha teach. What he heard deeply affected him. He realized that ordinary life, wealth, comfort, reputation could not protect anyone from suffering. So he gave up his worldly life and became a monk. After full ordination, he was known as Elder Tissa. Not long after becoming a monk, Tissa unfortunately fell seriously ill. At first, tiny sores appeared on his skin, small and easy to ignore. But over time, they grew larger and larger. They became painful boils that eventually burst open. Soon, his entire body was covered in open wounds. The illness became so severe that even his bones began to break down. His robes were constantly stained with dried blood. The smell of infection followed him everywhere. Because of this, people began to avoid him. At first, other monks tried to help, but as his condition worsened, they found it too difficult to care for him. Eventually, they carried him outside the monastery and left him there. Elder Tissa lay on the ground, sick, weak, and completely alone. The Buddha was known for being fully aware of the suffering of the world. When he saw Elder Tissa's condition, he understood two things. One, Tissa had been abandoned. Two, Tissa was ready for final awakening. The Buddha decided to help him personally. He went to the fire hall, heated water, and had Tissa brought inside. Other monks offered to do the work for him, but the Buddha took charge. He became a nurse to attend a sick monk. He ordered Tissa's dirty robes to be washed and dried. Then, with his own hands, the Buddha bathed Tissa's wounded body. He cleaned the sores that others could not bear to touch. When the bathing was finished, Tissa was dressed in clean robes and laid on the bed. His body was still weak, but his mind was calm and clear. Standing beside Tissa, the Buddha spoke gently. He reminded him that the body does not last. Soon, he said, this body would lie lifeless on the ground, no different from a piece of wood. Then the Buddha spoke a verse. Before long, this body will lie on the earth, lifeless and without awareness, thrown aside like something useless. As Tissa reflected deeply on these words, his understanding became complete. All attachments dropped away. In that moment, he attained full awakening. Not long after, he passed away peacefully. The Buddha personally took care of his funeral and had a shrine built for his remains. Later, the other monks asked the Buddha, because they were very confused and curious. They asked the Buddha, why did someone capable of full awakening suffer such a terrible illness? What caused his body to fall apart? And what allowed him to reach enlightenment? Then the Buddha explained that the answer lay in a past life. Long time ago, During the time of a previous Buddha, Tissa had been a bird hunter. He caught large numbers of birds and sold them. To keep them from escaping, he broke their wings and legs and piled them together while they were still alive. Some were sold, some were cooked and eaten. This cruelty was repeated again and again. One day, while cooking a large and delicious meal for himself, a holy monk, an enlightened one, a Pachika Buddha, came to his door asking for food. The hunter paused and he thought, I have killed many living beings. This monk lives a pure life, and I have plenty of food. With a calm and sincere mind, he filled the monk's bowl with the best food he had. Then he bowed deeply and said, May I one day understand the truth you have realized. The monk, the Pachika Buddha, replied, So be it. The Buddha explained the meaning clearly. Because Tissa had broken the bones of bird, his own body later broke down in pain and disease. But because he had given food sincerely to an enlightened monk, to a Pachika Buddha, he gained the conditions to reach full awakening. One life planted two seeds. One seed led to great suffering, the other led to complete freedom. The lesson we can learn from this story: whatever we do matters. Every action matters. And the lesson we can learn from this story is cruelty brings painful result. Kindness and generosity bring peace. Even a single moment of genuine goodness can change the course of a life. So, we should never ever treat a small act of kindness, generosity as a tiny act. We should grab the opportunity, every opportunity and chance we have to do good things in our life and continue and multiply doing those good things. Thank you again for listening to this beautiful story, and thank you for being with me. I will be back with many more stories, similar stories like this. I hope you have you enjoyed this story, and I hope you will also be with me to listen more stories in the future. Thank you, and very happy, and you all have a very peaceful and wonderful time ahead.